You come and move around like a fresh brush when the school is out, when the booze is up, when the sun is down. Enjoy the ride.
What is up, my special being brothers and sisters? We are back at it again with another figure review. This time I've got the homeboy Green Goblin off of the latest movie from Spider-Man. Not the latest movie, but really, literally, latest movie from Spider-Man No Way Home. We have the Green Goblin in his, what is it called? No Way Home, in this suit, the battle damage suit. My boy looks dope. I've been wanting to review this figure for the longest, but I've been having, I wouldn't say complications, I've just been having some difficulties with getting out and reviewing other things, only because I'm kind of revamping some stuff, and I think I will change the setup of how I review figures aesthetically. So this whole light box might go away by the time New Year's hits. I just want a better and more effective way to utilize my space and my time, so I think the light box might be something like a thing of the past. So just kind of want to let you guys know and keep y'all in the loop, but we'll get to that time when that time comes. So let's move on to the aesthetics of this guy. So Norman Osborn, the homeboy, the GOAT, Green Goblin of villainry, is just looking so cool. When I first laid eyes on him, when I first saw the promo photos about him, I think it was this year or a little bit late last year, he looks so dope, and I'm telling you, he looks 10 times better in hand. If you guys don't already have him, I'm telling you this right off the bat. I'm not even waiting to the end of this video. Go out and get him now. With a disclaimer, I will say that Marvel Legends has their own iteration of No Way Home Green Goblin. I have yet to cop that figure and review him, only for the price point. That figure itself is like a $40 figure. The last time I checked. With this figure, it will range up pretty high. I mean, I got this from Big Bad Toy Store, so he was up there in the around the $150 mark and higher, included with shipping. So yeah, he is pretty pricey, but I don't know if I can justify that price point, because we're talking higher than store collectibles, and they come with their own slew of accessories and whatnot and articulation. I don't know if I would pay, I don't know if I would pass this on to you guys and say, oh yeah, you guys got to pay this much for him. I mean, it's SH Figuarts at the end of the day. I don't see myself spending more than $100 on it. I would rather cap at that price point, but I just find it really hard to justify the 150 plus mark when it comes to the homeboy Green Goblin. So let's move on to the homeboy's articulation, because I know everybody's kind of waiting for that. Y'all don't want to hear me talk. Y'all just want to see the review. Let me see. Let me get in a good position. Okay. Get him all nice. My boy is slugged out and thugged out. Okay. Let me see. Yep. Right there. So when it comes to his articulation, he's able to move up about this much, but that's only because he's kind of hindered from his hood on the back. He's able to look down a good amount of ways down, so nothing too crazy. He's able to see the pennies on the ground. My boy's got the goggles. He's got the hater blockers on. Anybody that was born in the 90s, early 2000s, they know what hater blockers are. Shout out to everybody born in the 90s and early 2000s. Y'all know what it is. So he has that on. He doesn't, oh yeah, he does have some neck articulation, so nothing too crazy with that. When it comes to his shoulders, you will have this floating kind of shoulder part that will kind of, I guess it won't hinder you that much, because you see how it extends out right here from his shoulder. So that part is going to give you some major articulation, as you can see, and moves in and out independently. So if you need to get him in those poses, look, see, it extends out like that. That's really cool. That's really dope. I like that they paid some real close attention to detail with this guy. He also has a bicep swivel right here, and then he has, let's see, yeah, a butterfly joint somewhere in here. Most of that is going to be kind of lost, even though this is a soft plastic. A lot of that is going to be kind of lost, only because of the the tattered up hood that he has that's going to kind of hinder the articulation. So just kind of be mindful of that. And gosh, man, I love that his arm can kind of go out. Let me give you the back side of it. So his arm is able to come out that much only because of this part right here. This shoulder part makes it all possible and just slides in and out. That is really dope. And of course, this accessory right here on the top of his forearm, it detaches, so that way you could put an extended blade on him, so as an optional part. So when it comes to his, my gosh, look at that articulation. So when it comes to the arms itself, the elbows, he has better than 90. I like how this part of the elbow is kind of hidden or detailed, I would say. As you can see right there, it's detailed with that elbow pad, so that looks really nice. When it comes to his wrist articulation, it goes 360, and then it can go in and out as he pleases. So moving on down to his, let me see, I'm gonna have him in like a little He-Man pose, or maybe like a pull-up pose. My boy's about to do a pull-up at the gym. Quit playing with him. So when it comes to his, I just want to get the backside really quick. That looks really nice. I like all the scratches. They really just paid attention to detail on this guy. Spared no expense. John Heyman, Jurassic Park. Y'all know what it is. Okay, so moving on down to the abdomen part right here. He's able to look down about this much without using the second part or the bottom part of his articulation right there at the waist. I wouldn't say it's the best when it comes to his abdomen, even though we kind of need that articulation for when he's on the glider. But if you kind of combine it with the, let's see, waist articulation, he's able to move down about this much, which, I mean, I guess is good, so that way he doesn't have any gappage. But I just wish they would have included some better articulation. I mean, my boy's got to bend down for the glider. He ain't that young sprout that you saw in Spider-Man 1. My boy's he's got some age on him. So come on, guys, help him out. So when it comes to his leg articulation, he's able, check this out, he's able to lift up his leg up about this much, which is pretty good in my opinion, before the belt on his waist starts to make him feel some hindrance. And then he has his leg that can go out, but not really out that far, only because of his pouch right here. Oh, I'm sorry, you guys can't even see. He can't even go out far in his left leg, but I think if you do it with his left leg, he's kind of hindered right here with his pouches on this side. So he's not able to go far out like from the front. But if you kind of have him off to the side, I mean, yeah, he kind of can do it on his right side. So that's a bummer. I mean, maybe if you want to kind of either cut or reposition these maybe further to the back, maybe that can give you some articulation. I guess if you're good at modding, I'm an amateur when it comes to it, so I probably will do it, but you probably won't. I mean, you probably have to do an X-Acto knife to get like a clean cut for it, so just kind of be mindful of that. And then he has a thigh swivel right here. It's really hidden underneath all these plates of armor that he has. So if you lift that up, he is going to be able to bend his knee, and then his knee is kind of, he has like a knee pad right there, so that's going to hide some of the articulation and keep it clean. But he doesn't really have any, I would say it's a little bit better than 90, but that's not saying much. And then when it comes to his foot articulation, he's able to go down about that much, which is really good. I like that. Able to move up that much. And then he has some toe articulation. Let me see if he has a pivot. Yes, he does. Oh, he has a generous pivot, so we like that. Also known as ankle rockers for all of you older heads. So now that my boy is done hitting the gym, pulling the pull-ups, I think it's time to look at those accessories, and my boy is nothing short of that. And speaking of, I think one of the accessory already came off, which is this right here. So I'll put that back on, and then yeah, we'll get into the accessory segment of the video. Let's go. All right, guys. So when it comes to the accessories, my boy does come with a lot. Well, actually, I want to kind of, rephrase that. He does. Saw him kind of tip over a little bit. Okay, there we go. He does and he doesn't come with a lot. What I mean by that is that he comes with a big enough accessory that it does make up for a lot. Before I get onto the glider, I want to get onto the faceplates because I like to start with those first. So the first one we're going to have is him, William Dafoe, and this really does look like him. I like how they really kind of captured the essence of his face on here. He looks really nice. I don't think he's looking straight. It almost looks like he's kind of looking off to his right side, because if you kind of look, you see, if you kind of turn him to the side, he looks like he's looking to the right. Or is that just me? Because I know he's not looking straight. My boy is looking off to the side. Maybe that's just how mine kind of came out. He has this weird kind of like root shading right there at the root of his hair. So that's really weird. It's like a blend of brown and kind of light blonde and then gray right there in the middle. I don't know. In hand, it's kind of coming off that way, but it looks kind of weird for my taste. Let's see. Moving on down to his hood, he has this hooded accessory that he has, so that way you could use it on for whatever you're gonna use it for. When he's unhooded, you'll use that part that he came with. When he has a hood, he'll use this to, I guess, conceal his identity, which he does not need it to be concealed. Next, we have this little bomb right here. So this looks nice right here. Nothing too crazy. You'll have a dedicated hand to hold that. And then you have his blade, his extended blade. Now, the same accessory that I popped off earlier, that's going to be used on this. I could have sworn in the movie he had two, but they only gave us one, which is weird. So, yeah, that's that. And then when it comes to the hands, he gets a pair of, let's see, bomb holding hands, which they're done really, really nicely. I think one fell. Yep, one did fall. Anyways, next we're going to get these kind of like, these are weird, like ready hands. So you get a pair of those. And then last but not least, you get a pair of like kind of open palm hands, which is weird. Weird kind of open palm hands. I don't know why they went with this choice, but okay. And then right out of the box, you already have his fists right out of the box. Now moving on to, I gotta zoom out this camera a little bit because this is kind of a big boy. And then I'm gonna move him just a little bit to the back, nothing too crazy, so that way I can kind of get this into the shot. Okay, yep, this works right here. So when it comes to his glider is the thing that really shines on this figure. Even though the green metallic color on this figure looks really, really dope, I think this is done very, very nice. As you can see, he has everything going for him. Now this thing is articulated, I want to say at like 5 or 6 points, but so he's articulated right here where you put his feet, right? They slide back and forth, but not only are they articulated to rotate, they're articulated to kind of, I don't know if you can kind of see that, swivel. So his feet can kind of, swivel in and out. So that's really, really cool. Let me see if I can give you all the detail on this. It just looks really, really nice. Now what I will do, it has this really, really clean look. I was hoping for a more darker, more dingy look, maybe more of like a harsh metal, but even you can see like on the bottom carriage of this, it just looks very, very clean, and I don't like that. I think I'm gonna have to do some type of wash on this to give it like a dingy, dirty look, because right out the gate he did not have this really clean. I feel like in the movie, even though it was most of the shots that were shot were probably dark, I feel like this is just too clean for my boy Green Goblin. Anyways, you have the rockets right here. You have some type of booster on the side, or thruster. This is your booster right here, or thruster. And then it's, so on this, it's able to articulate maybe like 2 ways. I'll show you it from this side because this side is probably the best way to show it. So they kind of come in and out like this. So I don't think his feet will be anywhere near like these foot pedals when it's like that. But he's able to rotate it like this. And let me see. It goes in like this. So it doesn't rotate up and down, but it does rotate in and out, as you can see. And that's going to be the glider. So with that being said, I'm going to put as much accessories as I can on him, as well as with the glider, and then I'll give my final thoughts on the homeboy Green Goblin. Let's go. And here he is, guys. Oh, wait a minute. Where did he go? Oh, wait, my boy is chilling up all the way up here. Look how high my boy is. Check it out. And we still keep going up. My boy is up to the light. He sits so high up here. So my final thoughts on this guy is that, let me see if I can get him in the frame. As you can see, I put as much accessories as I can on him. He does look dope. He has everything working for him. He has the bomb in one hand as well as the knife in the other, and then he has the hood on him as well, and that glider is just looking glorious and looking so dope on him. He does sit tall once he's on this, so I'm just using a generic stand that I have on him, but you can go out and purchase a stand for him. Now you just have to be really careful what kind of stand you get, because not just any SH Figuarts stand can kind of work on him. As you can see right here, I am using the, let's see, the Winter Soldier stand that I had when I bought the Winter Soldier, and I just didn't use him with the stand, so I ended up using that. It was one of the few stands that would actually work on the Green Goblin. It sucks that he does not even come with his own stand, but with all that being said, my dude is a definite cop for me. You guys already heard me say it in the very beginning of the video. He is so dope to have. I really don't have any gripes other than him just kind of just being so dope. The paint on him is good, and I'm glad I got this figure. The only thing I can say is that I cannot get behind the price point on it. It's just like super expensive, and I get maybe it's because of the glider, but the figure itself, it is really dope with all the detail that it has. Now let me know in the comment section below if this guy is going to be a grab or a pass. Major Piccolo, shout out to everybody supporting the channel since day one, and like I've said, the channel is lazy but the movement ain't.